In a small village nestled in the hills of Himachal Pradesh, lived a young man named Arav. His family, composed of his wise grandfather, loving mother, supportive father, and spirited younger sister, Mira, was the pillar of his world. Arav was the pride of the family, a hard-working scholar with dreams of becoming an IAS officer to uplift his community. Yet Arav struggled with one thing: the unruly nature of his mind, anxiety about the future, the fear of failure, and the distractions of the modern world clouded his thoughts. His family often noticed his distracted state, but Arav masked his struggles with a smile. One crisp winter morning, Arav sat on the veranda, lost in thought. His grandfather, Dadaji, approached him with a steaming cup of chai. "You're restless, Beta," Dadaji said, his voice calm and probing. "What troubles you?" Arav hesitated, then poured his heart out. "Dadaji, my mind is always racing. I can't focus on my studies, and I feel like I'm failing before I've even started." Dadaji chuckled softly. "The mind is like a wild horse, Arav. If you let it run free, it'll lead you to chaos. But if you learn to guide it, it'll take you to places you never imagined. Would you like to learn how to tame it?" Arav nodded eagerly, his curiosity piqued. Dadaji introduced Arav to a simple practice: sitting in silence for 15 minutes every morning. "Focus on your breath," he instructed. "When your mind wanders, gently bring it back." At first, Arav found the practice excruciating. His thoughts were loud and intrusive, memories of past failures, fears about the upcoming IAS exams, and even trivial worries fought for attention. But day by day, he persisted. Gradually, Arav began to notice a shift. The mornings became moments of clarity, a sanctuary. Months passed, and Arav poured his heart into his studies. When the IAS preliminary results were announced, Arav's name wasn't on the list. The disappointment hit him like a storm. His family tried to console him, but Arav retreated into himself, doubting his abilities. One evening, as Arav sat staring at his books, Mira walked in. "Bia, remember the story Dadaji told us about the bamboo tree?" Arav shook his head. Mira smiled. "The bamboo tree takes 5 years to grow. For the first 5 years, it shows no sign of growth above the ground. But all that time, it's growing strong roots beneath the surface. When it finally shoots up, it grows 80 feet tall in just 6 weeks. Maybe this is your root-building phase." Her words struck a chord. Arav realized that failure wasn't the end. It was a stepping stone. Dadaji suggested a trip to a nearby monastery to seek deeper insights. Arav spent 2 weeks there, learning from the monks. They taught him the art of mindfulness, the value of gratitude, and the importance of living in the present moment. One monk shared a profound lesson. "Your mind is like a garden. If you plant negative thoughts, they'll grow into weeds. But if you nurture positive thoughts, they'll bloom into flowers. You have the power to choose." Arav returned home. Arav's hard work and newfound mental discipline bore fruit. A year later, he cracked the IAS examination with flying colors. His family celebrated with tears of joy, proud of the journey he had undertaken, not just academically, but emotionally and spiritually. Arav's story became an inspiration in his village. He often spoke to young students, sharing his journey and teaching them the art of mind control. "The battle is always within," he would say. "Conquer your mind, and you can conquer anything."